Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are finally here, and I was able to actually get the game early to bulk up content to give to you guys. Now, this video is obviously going to be my entire playthrough of the game in one single video, but if you're interested in the raw, unedited content, there will be a link in the description section below to the website, SacredAlmighty.com. Go sign up. You can actually sign up on there for free, but if you want to watch the playthrough, you have to pay $5 because unfortunately, this was uploaded during the times where, like, obviously I was under embargo. I couldn't really upload the game, so this is like a way to get to it, you know? But if none of that interests you, it's perfectly fine because in this video, we're gonna be showing you guys what happens in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, normally this video is gonna be different than what I'm normally accustomed to, where I upload a video every other day and we kind of just go through the game one by one. This video will be an entire playthrough in one single go. I'm gonna be putting how many hours it took for me to beat the game in the title, obviously, because, you know, clickbait, you know, cause come on, y'all. And at the end of the video, I would love to know how you guys love this new format. I'm trying something new, obviously, for the new game, so let's get up into it, man. Leave a like and a comment, subscribe for some more Pokemon content. Let's get up into it, bro. Now, after you're done getting your character all dolled up and whatnot, the game actually opens up in an amazing cinematic that we're all accustomed to since, I guess, what, X and Y? Where the principal of the academy obviously goes through all of the luxurious things the academy does, the world of Pokemon. You see a lot of characters that you will meet later on in the game, obviously. Which, by the way, the designs of these characters are honestly some of my favorites. These are really, really good. But after all the introductions are done, you actually get to see your legendary Pokemon of choice flying through the region in a first-person view, going in between first person and any other cutscene. Is fire, bro. God. That's the bird. Ugh, that's kind of rough on this. Tauros. Yo, the flamingo! You see new Pokemon that you haven't seen before at all, which is nuts to me because they're so bold with introducing these new mons to you so quickly. And eventually, at the end of the cutscene, legendary Pokemon crashes into the sea, which, by the way, is a dramatic way to introduce a Pokemon game. Really, really weird, really crazy, interesting to say the least. But you wake up at your desk and you actually go downstairs, go talk to your mom who is waiting for you to start off your adventure, but you get a knock at the door, and the person at the door is the director of the Naranja Academy, or I guess whatever academy you're playing the game in, right? I don't know how you say his name. I think it's Mr. Clavel or Mr. Clavel. I don't know. But he actually plays the role as, I guess, most professors in other regions where he gives you your starter Pokemon. He introduces himself to you and your mom, basically introducing you to the region itself and the academy. And after all the introductions, you actually get introduced to the new starter Pokemon Fuecoco, Sprigatito, and Quaxly. And let me tell you something. These models look way better playing the game than any of the trailers have shown off. I don't know what it is, but it just looks amazing to me. I don't know. Now, after messing around with the settings, we actually go south to go see Nemona, our rival, who you find out is a champion level trainer, which is interesting to say the least because apparently she's not like the best at throwing Pokeballs, apparently. So, I mean, hey, whatever. You then find out that she actually has a collection of Pokemon herself, but because, you know, you just met her, she wants to kind of start over with you, and she ends up choosing whatever mon your mon is weak to. So because I chose Fuecoco, she ends up choosing Sprigatito, and she actually challenges us to a battle on the beach. Now, I don't know the odds in this game, but I actually was able to get a female Fuecoco, which was amazing to me. And the rival battle is pretty standard, nothing crazy here. You're pretty much just using your special attacking move and just attacking whatever is super effective against the Pokemon. Really easy stuff, you know. Off first impression, Nemona reminds me of like a fusion of Hop and Howl. I don't know what it is. Her attitude is just amazing. Now, she kind of plays the big sister role in the first hour of the game where she like tries to teach you how to catch Pokemon, how to battle, all that good stuff, especially after meeting your mom. She actually takes it to herself to be like, hey, let's go to this route so you can try to catch Pokemon and battle Pokemon. Now, once you get to Poco Path, you see a lot of mons that you have not seen at all in the game. It's interesting as how this works because not only do you see mons that have already been introduced in the game prior to the release, you see like one or two new Pokemon within the first route of the game, and that's so cool to me. And I don't know, something about Pokemon introducing newer Pokemon so early in the game It's kind of bold, you know. I love it a lot. I like it a lot, you know. But anywho, after exploring that route, you actually have to go to the lighthouse to go see whatever that noise is of a strange Pokemon that's roaring, which you then find out is the box art legendary Pokemon getting jumped by Houndour. Now, the cutscene that introduces itself with this is amazing because you fall off the cliff, you go walk up to him, you give him the sandwich that your mom gave to you, and this wild legendary Pokemon opens up to you, and then you kind of just get chaperoned through a cave. This same cave is actually home to a lot of good Pokemon, and at the very end of this cave, you actually get ambushed by a Houndoom, a level 40 Houndoom that is, and an army full of Houndour. Like, what's going on here? Where'd y'all come from? But don't worry about the ambush because your box art legendary Pokemon got you. This guy literally comes out of nowhere, picks you up as fast as possible, and jump out of the cave back to Nemona and his fire. And now that you're done sidetracking, you actually can go to the lighthouse so Nemona can show you the entire region itself. But you get stopped by a student named Arvin, who you find out knows a lot more about your box art legendary than meets the eye at first glance. It's awkward as hell. But after you battle him, you go up to the lighthouse and you can see the entire region for what it's worth. But obviously Nemona tells you, let's go to the university. Now, after all the lighthouse business, I just decided to just go straight forward to where we have to go to, and that's the academy. But before we even get to the academy, Nemona actually wants to battle us, and this girl uses I forgot the name of the gimmick, I'm not gonna lie to you. Terastallization, literally within the first hour of the game. What? But obviously because it's a whatever Pokemon, we can kind of destroy it with no problems. And then right before we get to the academy, we actually have to fight these Team Star Grunts, and you actually get to see the newest Pokemon, or a new Pokemon. I think it's the pre-evolution of Grafaya, whatever, I don't know how you say the hell of this name, bro. And then mid grunt battles, Nemona actually comes and gives us a crystal for us to terastallize our damn self, which is amazing. So after all that's done, you actually go into the academy and you meet all your new classmates, you meet your professor, your homeroom professor. And this is the part where the game actually opens up to the players, and you know, to be honest, I like it a lot. Because obviously these were shown off before the game is released, and you know, there's 3 scenarios you can go. You can do the treasure hunt, you can do the Titans, you can do the gym challenge, and then right after you get done talking to the characters associated with these sideline quests, you actually get access to the entire world. And dog, this world is humongous, bro. Now, truthfully, you can go at this world however else you want, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I took a ways. Okay, so I have an idea as to how I'm gonna approach this humongous open world Pokemon game, and hear me out for a moment, because obviously your adventure will be different from mine, and you can go at this any way you want. So obviously, I think how this game works is there are 8 gym badges, but there are 5 subplots here, right? So like, watch this. So we're gonna go to the map really quick, right? Now this is the map of Paldea from this point of view. Right? No, not that. Get in, please. Well, I said that works. Hold on, wait. That works. Hold on, that works. Hold on. So right here, right? There are 8 gym badges. So obviously the gym badge is the main route, but there's Starfall Street and there's Path of Legends. And that would be what you would do to, like, you know, obviously do your side quest stuff. You can see more of the side characters and all that extra stuff. But the main mission is the gym mission. So I'm gonna dabble in a little bit of all of them. I don't know if I'm gonna complete all 5 for each of the subplots, because truthfully, I don't care about them like that. But I will be doing something for at least one of these side quests while we're going up in the region, because it's obviously clear that we have to go up here to whatever Victory Road or Elite Four there is, because there is an Elite Four, I'm going to be assuming, because there's like a champion trainer course for this after you get done fighting the gym leaders, and we have so many Pokemon battles to go through, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the west, fight the bug type gym leader. Then I'm gonna go back over here to the grass type guy. Then I'm gonna go up to what's her name, and then hopefully get this Titan that's over here. I feel like that's normal for anybody. That's gonna be everybody's first normal route, and then we'll just go on from there. Then you can do whatever else you want, whatever, like, you know, order that you want, stuff like that, right? Anyway, back to the video. And so we begin. Now that you have access to the entire region at this point, you can basically go at whatever little route you want to go for, but this is mine essentially, right? From the academy, I head west to Cortando City to get our first gym badge, which is actually a fairly easy gym badge because it only has 2 Pokemon anyway, but I have a fire type Pokemon, so I may as well, you know, capitalize off the type effectiveness, right? Once we get to Cortando, obviously, Nemona tells us all about the gym leaders and what they have you do. And we learn that Katie, the bug type gym leader, actually wants you to do this like little weird olive obstacle course. And it's kind of trash, not gonna lie to you, very anticlimactic, but it gotta get done to get to this battle, obviously. And after getting through that slog of a goddamn obstacle course, you can finally fight Katie, who's actually easy as hell, because like I said, she only has 2 Pokemon, but she's actually easy because unfortunately the game does not scale to you. And so obviously if you come over here at level 19 and or 20 Pokemon, you can just run through these guys as nimble. Her new Pokemon, which we haven't seen at all before, and her bug type Teddiursa kind of just get waxed. And so after that, I realized we also have another type effectiveness gym leader coming up soon, because to the right of the academy, literally to the right, the very right over there, right? We actually have a familiar face that we can go ahead and go battle. Once you get an Artisan City, you essentially have access to so many things because luckily there is a Titan battle, a Team Star battle, and a gym leader that you get to go through, right? But we're gonna start with the gym leader first. After doing this really dumb Sunflora, like, I guess, fetch quest or a hide and seek mini game, I got to battle Bracius or Bracius, I don't know how you say his name, whose only new Pokemon is Smoliv because obviously, you know, he has a Petalil and then a grass type Sudowoodo, which we've already seen before. And like I said, I have the fire type starter, so I may as well just destroy this guy's entire pride, right? Second gym badge acquired, and unfortunately it gets to the part where I start losing because this game's difficulty level curve is crazy. So after getting our second gym badge, I head over to the Team Star, I guess, base that's literally right next to us. And I want you to know, I was not ready for this because we've already seen Mela before and she's really, really cool. Great design, Rockstar, I love it, right? Man, I feel clickbaited because in the trailer we actually only saw her use a Torkoal, but after you beat the Torkoal, you then find out that her next Pokemon is the actual truck. Now, before I found this out, obviously this was just speculation that that was a Pokemon. I didn't really give it a thought afterwards, so it just is what it is. But when I found out that it was, and I saw that this thing had a Titan gauge as a health bar, I got terrified. And when I tell you how hard this battle actually is, this thing made me use most of my items afterwards, and I still lost. I ended up getting critted at the very end, unfortunately, after trying to stall it out so many times and lowering its HP and defense, and it was just a very, and I mean very bad time. But don't even trip because after I lost, I figured out I need to go back to the drawing board, and I went ahead to go grab 2 Pokemon, one of which is actually a water type Pokemon and our very first dolphin Pokemon as well, Finizen. I also caught Kilowattrel, who is a electric flying type Pokemon, so obviously we can just sit here and just do our thing. For the most part, we have a lot of physical attackers on our team, and I'm not gonna hold you, I have no idea how we're gonna do this, but we got to. But now that we got our new Pokemon, it was actually a lot more easier to destroy that disgusting Hot Wheels of a new Pokemon. And afterwards, we got to learn a lot more about Mila and her history with the Academy as well as Team Star and what they're trying to do. And I'm not gonna hold you, I did not care too much about the side characters at first, but after reading some of the dialogue in this game so far, and then learning more about what you do after you get done with these quests, it's one, not that bad of a storyline and not useless, because you find out that when you do the Titan side quests, you actually get access to a lot of things that Koraidon and Miraidon are able to do. And when you do the Team Star stuff, it actually allows you to do a lot more with TMs and whatnot as a character as you go on your adventure. So they're not useless, thank God, but still completely optional. You can just go through the regular gym league if you want to. But anyway, I went off to go battle Cloth, who we've seen in many trailers beforehand, where we get access to our dash as Koraidon. And now this is where it gets terrifying because I actually ended up finding that Donphan form, and I'm not gonna hold you, at first it wasn't spawning in correctly, but then I found it again and I eventually battled it. And let me just tell you, that was the worst experience in my life. There was a humongous level curve. I was getting thwaxed. And so I gave up hope and I went to go fight the flying type Titan, who actually is not that hard at all. And it's here that you're able to find out more about Arvin and what he's doing this whole entire quest for, which is amazing. And you get access to Koraidon and Miraidon being able to swim, which is dope as hell. And so after I got all that done, I decided to go ahead and go to the water type gym leader up north. So this time it's time to take on the water type gym leader Kofu, who, before you can even talk to him, he runs to a whole different side of the desert and ends up losing his wallet. We have to go give it to him, obviously, and so we do so, but then we find ourselves in a bidding war for a seaweed. And then after you beat that, you can go battle him, and he actually has 2 new Pokemon. He has Wuxtrio's evolution, Veluza, who actually looks really, really good, dude. Then he sends out his ace Pokemon and then Terastalize. I'm sorry. And then he sends out his ace Pokemon, and I'm not gonna hold you, it's still kind of easy, low-key. Even though I did lose. I'm lying to you, it wasn't easy. But anywho, it's time for our next Team Star mission, and this time, we're gonna go fight DJ Vice or Giacomo, whatever one. And this one was a lot more easier than the fire one, obviously. Ting Tough does what she does best and destroy the game. Then you find out that these 5 people in Team Star that are commanders have one boss, and we have no idea who this boss is, but apparently they're MIA. And after we do all that, I'm not gonna hold you, this is where the game gets really, really hard. Because you remember that Donphan they showed before the game got released? I found him, and let me tell you something, he destroyed my everything. This is where the stubbornness in me comes out, and I keep trying to fight this thing over and over and over again. And honestly, let's just say we're really lucky that I cut this down, you know? And they hide the levels of these mons, so you know what you're fighting actually. But I'm just gonna assume this thing is like level 45. I'm in my literally early 30s. Stop doing this to me. So at some point I realized that I did most of the map already and I just have to go up north to go and finish it off. And originally my plan wasn't to do all the side quests, but I figured I may as well do so because I mean, who doesn't like Koraidon upgrades? Who doesn't want more TMs to craft? And so I head to Levincia, who actually I feel like I should have went to earlier because she is actually a lot more easier than I thought. And by she, I mean Ayano, the Pokemon Twitch streamer. It's interesting to see this. I love this character design so much. I just wanted to point out that like in the lore they said like, oh, this is where most trainers like fall off. I destroyed her with no problem. I really do wish Pokemon implemented like level scaling in the future games because I don't know if this is like gonna be a thing. They need to finish this because my level 35 Pokemon was destroying her level 25 Pokemon like it was nothing. Now, because we've seen her before, none of her new Pokemon are new to us, and because we already have the evolution of her bird Pokemon, this was kind of easy. She has a Wattrel, Belly Boat, obviously from the streams, and this is what caught me off guard, an electric type Miss Magius. This was so crazy to see, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, but it was still very easy. At this point, I was just like, bro, I'm just pressing A. Let's destroy this whole thing. And then after my gym badge, I realized that up north, there's actually 2 Team Star missions as well as a Titan. So I went to go ahead and do Titan, of course, because I want more Koraidon upgrades. Come on, y'all. And this was a very interesting design Pokemon. I never thought we'd get to this point in the Pokemon franchise where we actually have to make trash Pokemon on purpose. But this is Thworm, and I'm not gonna hold you, it looks like a regular PBS Kids animal. I don't like it personally, but I understand what this purpose is. I don't care. After beating him, our starter finally evolves to its final evolution, and I have to say, dude, I am enjoying this design by a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought it was gonna be trash coming out, but I love it. And then we get access to being able to jump higher by holding the B button whenever you do jump, which is cool, I guess, I don't know. And then somehow I ended up going to the poison type Team Star leader, and I don't know how I feel about this at this point in the game. It just seems like a lot of talking, and I don't really care too much about their devotion to this super big leader boss that's like MIA, and we don't know who they are as a person, but I think that it's Penny, and that's why she's like around in the first place. And after seeing all the leaders, it made me realize I literally only have like 2 more to go through now, and I like that a lot, right? And at this point, I decided to head west to the West Province area to finish up the rest of the region before going into the ice. So at this point, we only have a couple of gym leaders to go ahead and defeat, and I'm not gonna hold you, bruh. This was mind-numbing, only because it was kind of cheeks. I'll explain. We head over to Medali City to go get our normal type gym badge, and I'm not gonna hold you, the gym leader himself is really, really boring. Now, I'm not sure if it's because we've already seen Nanu as a character archetype in Pokemon, but he's literally just Nanu with a suit on, and I don't know, he just seemed kind of uninterested in being a gym leader, and plus his name is Larry, like, please move, bro. Also, funny thing about this gym challenge is, they have it to where you have to battle 3 trainers in the town in order to get the recipe for your order right? I ended up getting it right without battling any single person, and it was so dope. Wait, did I get it right? Yeah. 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 Nah, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. What? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. But anyway, after battling Larry and his normal type Staraptor, which I don't know why that's... Anyway, we head over west to go get the false dragon titan, and all you have to do is find this humongous Tatsugiri on this small island in the middle of the lake. And at first, I'm not gonna hold you, they kind of had me because they were really big anyway, but this one was humongous. And when you get to him, a humongous Dundonzo comes out of nowhere and damn near jump scares you. It's literally terrifying. Now, what I like about this Titan battle is actually 2 Titans in 1. You have to defeat the Dondonzo, but then also you have to fight the Tatsugiri. Now, with this being the very last Titan battle, I get to see the Arven cutscene, and I can't lie, it's pretty emotional, especially if you've been reading on and as to why he's trying to grab these Titans off of him. And I can't lie to you, it's very emotional seeing Mabostiv try and like fight his way through to like make sure Arven is proud of him. It's so cool, bro. I love these 2 characters. These are probably the best characters in the game. You then later find out that Professor Sada isn't really like the most ideal mother, and she wants you to take Koraidon to the lighthouse where we first originally met both him and Arven. But before I even think about doing that, I'm gonna go southwest to Alfrenato Town to go get my 6th gym badge. And after doing this stupid workout instruction, I finally get to fight my psychic type gym leader. Her name is Tulip, and she is literally a Barbie doll. It's so cool to see that this is what Pokemon is like putting their efforts into. Because there's one thing I will say, minus Larry, a lot of the gym leaders are like very uniquely designed. And it's so cool how we have literally a Twitch streamer and a makeup artist as gym leaders. It's so cool to me, bro. But thankfully, because we have a fire ghost type Pokemon, this whole psychic type Florges and the psychic type gym leader was no problem at all. Which means the only part of the region we have left to discover is the entire North Pole of the region. So now we head to Glaciato Town to take on the ice gym leader Grusha, but before that we actually have a Nemona battle. And at this point, I'm not gonna hold you, I'm getting real tired of seeing Nemona. They treat her like Hop if he didn't give up in Sword and Shield. But anyway, after fighting that and eventually getting to go battle Grusha and his ice type Altaria, I finally got my 7th gym badge and we met a new Elite 4 member. By the way, amazing design choice, by the way. I love the little kid but strong as hell thing y'all got going on. I like it a lot. Now, I could have just said screw it and go grab the 8th and final gym badge, but I decided against it, and I wanted to go finish up my Team Star missions because I only had 2 left. And I only had the Fairy and Fighting Team Star members left, and so I decided to choose the Fairy type one to take on first. I'm not gonna hold you, this part of the game was rough. The frames were dropping immensely, but this one was probably the most challenging of them all, but it follows the same story as the other one, so who really cares? And the same with the fighting one. The fighting one wasn't as challenging as the Fairy type one, but I will say that new Annihilate Pokemon is crazy to see. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite forms. But anyway, final gym time. Now, the last gym leader for me was the ghost type gym leader Rhyme, who, can I just say first and foremost, I am so happy we have another black woman as a gym leader. I don't care what nobody says, it'll never get old at how like powerful she is and how like black she is. I really do like it. But anyway, her entire thing is double battles, and this was kind of challenging, but it kind of plays like Opal from Sword and Shield, where you get a buff for every Pokemon depending on outside influences. Well, in this case, it's the crowd, obviously. And it wasn't really challenging because obviously I'm just really good at the game. Come on, y'all, stop playing with me. And after beating her and her ghost type Toxtricity, which is an amazing choice of an ace Pokemon, by the way, we get our final gym badge. Yeah, let's go. And now it's time to finish the other 2 story missions. Now, spoiler alert, this is where late game stuff comes into play. So if you don't want to get spoiled, just leave a like. Leave a comment if you enjoyed the video at this point. Leave, but let's get up into it. So if you've been paying attention to all the Team Star stuff, they always mention this one great leader who is just MIA out of the entire game. And earlier in the video, I talked about how it was possibly Penny. Now, after the last Team Star mission, we get a call from Cassiopeia, who you find out is the director, and he wants to challenge you for one last hurrah for Team Star. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this battle was so annoying and so pointless, I just did not understand it. but he has a full team of level 60 plus Pokemon, and I'm not gonna hold you, I got bodied. I had to stall his ace Pokemon. But anyway, after beating him, you then find out that Penny is the real big boss of Team Star, which I said this earlier in the video. I had the hunch earlier. It didn't really matter to me. It wasn't surprising at all. And she was easy because she has a whole team of evolutions who, mind you rarely even see in this game as is. They're like somewhere free roaming in the region. But anyway, because I don't care about any of these characters, I'm gonna just skip to what happens at the end. It turns out that none of Team Star knew Penny's actual name and they only knew her as Cassiopeia. And they bond for a little bit before actually getting expelled, but the director has a change of heart and ends up making Team Star like a training ground unit for all the academy. Penny becomes a data analyst for the Pokemon League, and that's pretty much it. I gotta say, it was really hard to get attached to any of these Team Star characters, honestly, because of how Sun and Moon, like, the story was paced and how X and Y rivals the characters felt. You know, it kind of felt like these guys were just there for the story, and it was like a repetitive forced flashback to when they were together. It just did not amuse me at all. I'm sorry. But anywho, next storyline. I then went to the lighthouse to see what Professor Sada wanted with me and Arvin, now that Koraidon is fully powered and the lab is empty out of nowhere. I don't know why. She then asked me to go to Area 0 with 2 friends, aka Penny and Nimona, to explore it and meet her down there. It's totally not a trap, but you know, it is what it is. Arvin then reveals that he hasn't seen his mom in years, and he feels neglected by her and how much she's too into her research. At first, he wasn't gonna come with us, but eventually he opens up and says, you know what? I'm gonna go down with you, but I have to test you and me to see if we're ready to go down there. And so we have a battle, and he was very, very, very challenging. Now, Arvin is actually one of my favorite characters in this game because his character actually has a purpose. He has a supporting character. I really do like it a lot. I actually lost and had to go grind up a couple levels just to come back and beat him. And when I finally did, it was so good, bruh. And now it's time to take on the Elite Four. And I'm not ready. So now it's time to take on the Elite Four, and at first they start you off with this little weird questionnaire, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon like test, which I don't know why they do that, but I guess whatever. I don't know. But after passing the test from Rika, you actually find out that Rika is the very first opponent that you'll have to face here. And at first I was confused as to what typing she was, but turns out she's actually a ground type Elite Four member. Now, her team is relatively easy as long as you have a water type Pokemon, obviously, maybe a grass type, who knows, but it's just a regular Pokemon battle. She has her normal, but her ace is actually Clodsire, which is Wooper's full evolution that's not Quagsire, obviously. She also has a Donphin, which I'm surprised isn't the other variant form because you can actually catch that thing in the wild, and I thought she was gonna have it, but I guess not. But anyway, our next Elite Four member is actually Poppy. She's just so adorable. She's so cute. Who actually starts off using Stealth Rocks, and I was very terrified because I was like, oh my god, is she about to sit here and do a Smogon VGC? Some hacks. Can I get some hacks in here? Some attack? Hit yourself. Stealth Rock? What type of VGC are y'all? We playing singles? Hold on, G. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. You're out of your mind right now. Hold on. Here, send out Vaporeon really fast. And once I found out her typing was Steel, I basically just sent out Skeledirge and just sat there and just stacked up all my special attack. And it was kind of easy, per se. It was really, really easy, no lie. And her ace was actually Tinkaton. And unfortunately, I was already +3 or 4 at the time. It didn't really matter, you know? Now, the next Elite Four member is actually a surprise to me, because I did not know this man Larry had 2 jobs. Wait, but you're not. Wait. Hello there, it's me, Larry. Wait. What? But I thought Larry was like a gym leader though. Elite Four member too? That explains why you were so damn hard. What? But Larry is the 3rd Elite Four member, and he actually uses flying type Pokemon as opposed to his normal type gym position that he was working. And honestly, I'ma just say it, I could not take this serious because he used the Tropius, and it was so interesting because they have like 3 new bird type Pokemon in this game, and they weren't here at all for some reason. But at least his ace made up for it by using a flying type Flamingo. But like I said, it's a flying type Pokemon. It's not really that scary at all. Who cares? Now, the 4th Elite Four member is somebody that I'm actually very excited to battle because he has been stalking us our entire gym challenge, and that's Hassel. It's your turn, Hassel. Hassel. Now, where could he be? I don't think he heard you, Larry. Come in, Hassel. Larry, you may need to speak up just a little bit more. Hassel. Hassel, you're up next. Hello. How you doing, Jib? Hello there, Nick. It delights me to see you here. As for you, Larry, I see you made Rika do the shouting again. All right, well, I'm ready for this last one, I think, maybe. And it turns out he's a dragon type Elite Four member, kind of akin to like how Drake was in Hoenn. Cause you know, dragon type trainer, the last Elite Four member. Come on, y'all get me? Y'all see the vision? Now, honestly, he wasn't that challenging until you got to the very last Pokemon, which is actually a new Pokemon that I just did not see anywhere in my journey at all. And this Pokemon is called Baxcalibur, and this is the pseudo-legendary mon of the region. And I gotta say, I love this Godzilla design. Like, we already thought Tyranitar was Godzilla, but this is actually Godzilla. I love it so much. But unfortunately for him, I have a fairy type Pokemon, and I'm just better, so go. And after seeing him break down into tears about how well I did, it's time to go take on the champion of the Elite Four. Which, at this point, if you don't know, it's Geeta. Come on, y'all. Now, unfortunately, because I'm really good at stacking, she just gets destroyed up until her Glimmora comes out, and her Glimmora reminds me of those plant Heartless from Kingdom Hearts 3. And this thing didn't really give me that much of an issue, but I loved its ability. Like, when it gets hit, it actually puts out toxic spikes on the field, which is crazy to me. But because the Terra type was actually ground, I was able to send in my lovely Vaporeon and end the game. Or is that Rock? Somebody let me know in the comment section below. I don't really know the hats. I'm sorry. Now, oddly enough, this game doesn't have a Hall of Fame. After you beat her, you already know who you have to fight. If you've been paying attention to the story, you find out that Nemona is the real champion battle and the real ending to the Victory Road storyline. And no cap, this battle was actually very, very fun. She ends up having Dunsparce's new evolution, which, by the way, what a trash evolution Pokemon. Y'all are crazy for that. And honestly, it just did not matter because obviously Skeledirge just comes out and just kills. And what an amazing Pokemon, dude. I love this mon so much. Torsong is crazy. But honestly, after beating Nemona, that is the end of the Victory Road storyline, and that's pretty much it for the game. Now, this video is already long enough, and I know a lot of people want to see me talk about the after game portion of the game, but I promise you, I'm gonna save that for another video. I'm gonna link in the description section below in case, you know, y'all wanna see, because I don't wanna spoil nobody. But this was kind of cool, not gonna lie. This whole video, it was so different to make. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you, Froze, for editing it. I love you all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watching. Thank you all for the people that wanted to watch the video separately. If you wanna watch the video by itself, link in the description section below to the website. Go sign up right now. It's $5 a month. Come on, y'all. Support me. And that's gonna be it for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. What an amazing game, honestly, bro. I like this game. I like the ideas. I just wish a lot more things were more, like, I guess, focused. That's about it, really. Other than that, really solid game. Is it better than Legends Arceus? No.